What's good? Yeah, you know, it's been a while since I took you on a run. But yo, love begets love. Hate begets hate. Strength begets strength. Power begets power. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, without the love, all you really can be left with is the hate. And every category is broken and split up into different categories. You know, jealousy, envy, greed, you know what I'm saying? Backbiting. You know, it's a choice though. But yo, that's gonna lay the foundation for what's on my mind. I'm gonna give you a revolutionary economy and economical plan. You know what I'm saying? That's defined. How you take it, how you use it, is up to you. See what I'm saying? But in these trying times, right? All these layoffs, right? You got major corporations shutting down. Some are reconsolidating. You know, that 10 million or 15 million or whatever their budget was or is for the labor cost, they scrapping that, right? They scrapping that because it's a race to see who can develop and automate their systems. Look at Microsoft, look at Intel. They saying that, yo, a lot of y'all like, yo, get into coding. They saying that, yo, 30% of their coding is now done by AI. See what I'm saying? So you got all of these high-tech positions that are getting scrapped because companies are seeing, well, you know what? We can operate 24/7 faster with the AI. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these labor costs and we're going to invest it into optimizing and upgrading and optimizing our systems. Where does that leave you though? Because if you're not the owner that's making those types of decisions and you're an employee, right? And that's your only source of income, then it's almost like you're an economical endangered species. You know? And being an economical endangered species, that means that you're at the mercy of other people's decisions. So what is a revolutionary economy? That's something that the people have to establish for ourselves. It means that you got to take back some of that control that allows you to create, to leverage, and to scale. Because if your sole way of getting money is based on selling your time for wages, then, like I said, then you at the mercy of the layoffs, unemployment. Now, some of y'all, you know, you may say, well, that don't apply to me because I already paid my dues. You know, you probably got retirement, 401k plan. You probably ex-military. You know, you probably got your pension coming, you know. So you might be a little cozy. But it's still a lot of people that's in that category that's still having to work jobs because of the hyperinflation. So what do the people do in a situation like that? You know, in nature, you only have but so many categories. And as sophisticated of a species or life form that we pride ourselves as being, we still fit inside of those categories, just in a different environmental terrain type of atmosphere setting. So, you know, you got the organizer, familial, tribal gatherers. That's how they eat. That's how they survive. Off the land. What the land produces. And their safety and their protection comes from their numbers. You know, them moving as one. They not seeking to thrive off of other species because they tend to, like I said, they eat what the earth provides. So that means that they're not predatory. So you got to ask yourself, how strong and how powerful is your family right now in these socio-economical political times? It's very volatile right now. You got to practice situational awareness, even more so now, leaving your home. But what if something happened to you? Who's going to come to your aid? Who can you call if shit get real? I'm going to let you figure that out. Elephants move together. The gorillas move together. The buffalo, the bison. You get the picture? But then you got the predators. You know, carnivores. Now, how does that translate into the human kingdom? Right? Some of y'all say, well, the corporations are predatory. You may see your landlord as being predatory. You may see your employer or the government or elements inside of the community. I'm just giving you examples that's feeding on you. You may see the stores, the distribution outlets, the gas pump, just the cost of living. You may see it as being predatory because you may be in an economical bind wherein your salary or the money that you got coming in is not enough, or it's not sufficient enough to at least allow you to break even, wherein you're not having to go into bad debt or fall behind, which is pretty much the same thing. Borrowing, catching loans. Basically, it's not enough for you to really be solvent on your bills every month because of your earning potential being low. So you may view the people that you gotta pay as being predatory. That's one level of it. And then you thinking about, okay, the protection of your property, the protection of your life, predatory speed traps, cops, whatever, in the environment that's causing you to take a loss. Whether it's people seeking to take things from you. But in the wild, as we call it, it's a part of nature. But you don't see the deer and the antelope and the zebra complaining. Nah, they just vigilant, and they know that they gotta be on their P's and Q's, and they gotta watch their 12 and their 6 when it comes down to not getting eaten. But they still move together. Then you got the prey that I'm talking about now. You know, that's always running, always ducking, always hiding, can't even eat without having to look up, because your total life is all based on you having to live in fear of something or someone. They doing construction. Something or someone taking a bite out of you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all are looking at all of the negative shit that's going on right now, and you allowing it to cause you to stress out. You got anxiety. Like I said, you live in one check, probably 1 or 2 checks away from not being able to pay your bills. So you're gonna have higher levels of anxiety. But what are you gonna do to counter that? Whether you wanna whatever side of a political party, whatever you believe in, whatever you don't believe in, you still need money and good health. You see? So I'm not here to question your politics or your religious beliefs, because at the end of the day, on the most primal nature, you gotta eat, you gotta sleep, you gotta have clothes on your back, and you gotta have shelter. When all of the other shit is finalized, that's the common ground right there. Now, whether or not if you choose to continue to move solo dolo as individuals, and you don't want to adopt a familial, communal, cooperative, economical system wherein each person or each household or each community comes into the power of an agreement of what you're going to do monthly with a fraction of your earnings when it comes down to how you choose to spend your consumer dollars. That's when it becomes revolutionary. Meaning you need radical change right now. I'm not talking about you risking your freedom. I'm not talking about you risking your life. I'm talking about revolutionary economics. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Because here's the reality, folks. Unless you are some kind of inventor or you fly with the stock options, you know, you fly with the crypto, unless you can continue to scale and leverage your financial reality by yourself exponentially, wherein you don't need nothing or nobody else. That means that you know how to pull money out of thin air when it moves or whatever. Then if you really thinking that you're going to continue to be able to keep up by yourself, just being in a prey situation where you're not exercising your collective cooperative power of economics, just like various organizations and religious institutions do. But the only difference is that the money is only going one way. The people are going out and working and doing whatever it is that you do, and you're bringing money back and you're putting it to something wherein you really are not getting any return. You're not getting anything tangible for your money. But if that's what you choose to continue to do, I'm not going to disrespect you, because I know that's a sensitive matter. But I'm just using it as an example of the fact that you're already doing what I am talking about, or what I'm suggesting, or what I'm presenting. The only difference is, if you keep it real, it's not empowering you. Because if you're giving 10 to 20% of your money away every month, then that means that if you don't have 20 to 40% coming back in of residual to passive income, and you had to sell your time in order to get that money, and you're going to have to go right back out and get on the stroll and hit that clock to get more money to keep giving it away, then that's not an advancement. That means that you are 10 to 20% behind on your rent. That means that you 10 to 20% behind on your car note. That means that you 10 to 20% behind on your cost of living. Let's just sum it up like that. Now, you may say, well, that's what I choose to do. And I say, hey, you know what? I'm not here to debate that. I'm just showing you that you're already doing what I am suggesting that you could be doing, but you would actually be getting tangibles wherein when you put $100 a month out, or whatever your cap is, your investment into your upstart, so that you can put yourself in a position to collect, you know what I'm saying, legitimate residual income through your consumer dollars by shopping with a company that wants to pay you for what you are already doing for free when you go on vacation. You taking pictures. You go to a restaurant. You have a good experience. You take pictures. You run your mouth. You tell people about it. You brag about it. You wear it. You get a new pair of shoes. You get anything that you get that's new, that you purchase, that makes you feel better about yourself. You are running your mouth about it. So you're free marketing. You're buying brands, wearing brands that make you feel good or better about yourself when you get suited and booted. And when somebody asks you, hey, where you get that from? You're like, oh, I got it from over there. Oh, I got that from over there. So you're constantly sending business, which equals up to profits, through your word of mouth because of the satisfaction of your own experience. But you ain't getting paid for that. You get on Amazon. You look for ratings. You leave ratings. You rate apps. You rate movies on Netflix. You're constantly stimulating the algorithm of people who are already wealthy because they put themselves in a position to be able to pimp your referral or your thoughts about what they provided you with, and they ain't cutting you in on the deal. They getting all the money from you running your mouth. So not only do they come up on you or offer you by overcharging you in the resale marketplace, they also pimping you, or you allowing yourself to be pimped by you running your mouth and sending them customers. Now those customers that you send these companies by you running your mouth for free, or that you leaving these reviews on these apps and on these websites for free, and other customers see your review, don't know you from a can of paint, but based on what you said, your experience was, they say, oh, that's a 5-star rating. And based off of that encourages them through groupthink, because all of these people are saying the same thing. And mind you, they can all be wrong. But you buy it because you have been influenced by what other people have said about their experience. They not getting paid to do that, and neither are you. You do it for free. But I'm here to tell you, you could do the same thing and control, whether it's as a family, an organization, a community, or all of them above. Religious institution. If you got leadership, then this conversation is for you. Why am I talking to leaders? Because when the shit hit the fan, you gonna be the one that people gonna be coming to, running to, calling, asking, or complaining about what's going on, or they gonna be hitting your pockets and making your bank account go down, and you know you ain't about to get your money back. See what I'm saying? You gonna be the one that the people in your reality, in the microcosm of your reality, you gonna be the ones that the people gonna be seeking to draw strength from. So what's gonna be the answer? Are you gonna allow the people to break you down? You know what I'm saying? Or are you gonna have a program? Are you gonna have something tangible, a realistic plan to say, hey, you know what? This is what I have. This is what we could do together. The only thing we gotta do is agree that we gonna put $100 a month invested into our individual household's health. Because you need health and strength. Because if your health and strength go right now, everything around you that you have built and everything around you that you're working on, it's gonna fall down, because you're the life force that's keeping everything in your galaxy, in your life, in orbit. So if the sun, the moon, and the stars crash, then all of the planets gonna crash with it. See what I'm saying? So the reality and the simplicity of what I'm saying, the same consumer dollars, just $100 of them dollars a month being spent in the same direction, you're gonna break even. Once you break even, there ain't hardly no businesses that y'all doing right now where your operational cost is just $100 a month. A lot of y'all are still in the negative. That's just how it goes sometimes, right? It might take you several months to years, depending on the amount of your initial upstart and your investment, for you to actually break even. But for $100, you could put yourself in a position, all right? You could put yourself in a position as a cooperative, collective, shoppers network body that's moving with intent to turn that $100 a month into $500 a month, $1,000 a month, 15, whatever your number is, because it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you're gonna have to get past your sensitivities. I understand that currently living in a very highly politically charged atmosphere, but worrying about things and putting all of that energy into things that go outside of your immediate proximity of what you actually can control. Because a lot of this shit that y'all talking about, if you reach your arm out like that to try to grab it, you can't grab it. If you drive around the block, you ain't gonna come across it or be confronted by it. But you worried about it. But the things that are touching your lives, in a lot of cases, that's what's kicking your ass. So, to me, strategically, you see America, they don't say, oh, you're China, I'm not gonna do business with you. Oh, you're India, we're not gonna do business with you. We're not gonna form a cooperative treaty with you. No, the global chessboard consists of all these major players. They each have their own separate, self-propelling and perpetuating objectives, aims, and agendas. But as you can see, they always doing business with each other. So regardless of what your belief system is or what your politics may be, the common ground is that you need good health and strength, and you need you some extra money, because you ain't got but what you gonna sell? You don't have another 16 hours to sell out the day to get you no money. So after you done sold, the most advanced human being probably can go 4 or 5 hours of sleep a day and still keep grinding non-stop. Some of y'all, if you elite, you might say, well, I could work 22 hours a day and operate off of 2 hours of sleep. That ain't gonna be enough. You see what I'm saying? Because the cost of living is gonna continue to go up. And now I'm gonna take the conversation in another destination. Before I leave this on your brain, right? The harder things get, look at the younger generation. A lot of them don't have trades, drop out of school. Parents ain't built no businesses for them. You know what I'm saying? Coming from broken homes, you know, full with anger and trauma. Get what? They gotta eat. They gotta eat. So all you gotta do is just pay attention. You see what I'm saying? The wolf packs are out. You see what I'm saying? So as things continue to deteriorate, Some gonna rise, most gonna fall. And as the primal nature of the food pyramid, when it comes down to basic survival, if you have not formed a cooperative, if you have not taken your time back, wherein you don't gotta sell your time to pay your bills, wherein you got investment power to be able to get out the way, if you close to the wolves, the coyotes, you know what I'm saying? The lions, tigers, panthers, jaguars, and the bears. You've been working your whole life. I love you. Oh, I'm planting my garden. I'm growing food. How you gonna protect it? When the wolves is out, hungry, salivating. Because the only thing that they want is what you got. See what I'm saying? So, now is the time. I've reached a dead end. Turn around. Now is the time, right, for you to organize, get ahead of the game. Don't wait until you lose your job. Don't wait until you get laid off to end up on unemployment. Don't wait for the landlord to hit you up and say, hey, you know what? My bills just went up. The bank want another 500 or 1,000 or whatever. So I gotta raise your rent. Cause if you can't pay it, they gonna get your ass out of there and they gonna put somebody up in there that can pay it. Cause just because you can't pay it, that don't mean that somebody else can't pay it. So, like I said, what is gonna be your response as the environment changes? The environment does not give a damn about how you feel. I'm gonna say it again. The environment does not give a damn about how you feel. You see what I'm doing? Let's get out of this health, right? You can make all the excuses you want. You ain't walking, you ain't running, you ain't stretching, but especially you guys, right? There's no reason why your gut need to be hanging over your belt, guys. Y'all talking all this shit about the women, but what kind of an example are you setting as men? It ain't no excuses as to why your ass can't do 20 push-ups, especially if you from the age of 20 to 40, even 50 to 60. Your ass supposed to be able to get out and do you some push-ups every damn day. You know what I'm saying? Sitting around watching games, talking shit, playing cards, and all that bullshit. That's cool. But you talking about protecting, provide and protect. A lot of y'all can't protect y'all woman. Cause why you can't protect your damn self? Cause you out of shape and you can't fight. So now you're, I got my weapon. You ain't gonna always have your weapon. You ain't gonna always be able to get to your weapon. Cause I'm telling you, now's the time for y'all to come together, get in shape, get your health up. You ain't got no time to be suffering from no blood sugar issue. You ain't got no time to be having high blood pressure with a weak heart. As a young man, cancer really in your body. So I'm saying, all of this shit is a product of bad choices. You're depressed, you're stressed out, you're angry, you're frustrated. So what? You ain't the only one that go through that type of shit. You gonna either be weak, suck it up, and be strong. Which one you gonna be? Cause I'm telling you, between now, it ain't been a year yet. Regardless of what you think about the politics, you still gotta eat. How you gonna eat when what's provided for you and putting food on your plate, what if it gets snatched away? See what I'm saying? Now, can you survive without nothing? Some of us can. Because we are the something. But you don't want to be with nothing. But you know what? If you ever been with nothing, you'll come to find out the ingenuity of the human mind. Now, if your ass hits sub-zero critical mass out here, a lot of you guys, you're going to break the law. But they waiting on that. That's why they got all the cameras everywhere. Everybody want to go viral. What am I saying? Study the chessboard. It's chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? Now's not the time. Not to say that there ever is a time. But now is not the time to be in nobody prison where you can't move around. You can't do what you need to do in order to expound on your own ideas. So the leaders, regardless of wherever you at, if you don't have a health and economical plan for the people, for your family, for your community, for your organization, I'm here to tell you, you ain't much of a leader at all. And most likely you just pimping the people. If all the money is just flowing your way and you are not giving the people a way where they can make money with you without them having to kiss your ass, then you just pimping. Hey, I don't hate to play or the game, right? Because in order for you to pimp them, they had to choose up on you, right? So it's a relationship. But for those of y'all that want to be free, want to set your own pace, want to own your own time, you want to get your health right, and you want to come together, the plan is on the table. Now, this ain't about trying to convince you, beg you, chase you. I'm just giving you some good game. Because come with me, I'm confident enough in myself as a man that I'm going to be good regardless. Why? Because I know what's in me. See what I'm saying? But this ain't just about me. Because if it was just about me, I wouldn't be having these talks with you. And I'm not just a talker. I'm doing this run with you because I'm showing you that when the time comes and it's time to perform, all the talkers gonna be way in the back talking about, oh, my heart, oh, I gotta stop, oh, I can't make it, oh. And guess what? I bet not I have been seeing you online talking shit. Because I'm not going to feel sorry for you. Because you got all this information that's up here. All the inspiration, all the motivation. But knowing some is not enough. You got to become a doer. I don't need nobody to hook no cord up in my back to get me going. Why? Because I know how real shit can get. Do you? Do you? Strange fruit. They finding strange fruits. You know, I didn't know the trees could grow them kind of fruit. But I'm going to leave it like that. But as I leave you with this, be vigilant. Practice situational awareness. When you're out in the street, getting out your car, wherever you be at, get your face out your phone, pay attention, check your rear view mirrors, and your side, your 6 and your 9, and your 3 and your 12. Hey, and just make sure you're good out there. You know, we got choices. You don't have to be the prey. And I'm not saying you got to prey on nobody either. I'm telling you it's time for you to organize, gather, restore, replenish, plant good seed with one another so that you can reap a harvest together so that you can eat together. Because if we ain't eating together, we ain't planting seed together, we ain't harvesting together, all that shit talking about family, brother, sister, this and that, community, all of these buzzwords, I'm here to tell you, it ain't gonna mount to shit. Because when you up shit creek, if they not there eating with you, putting the work in with you, you know what I'm saying, striving with you, if some shit go wrong, or you come up underneath attack of any kind, chances are you're gonna have to deal with that shit yourself. So put yourself first, and let your energy be your guide, and let the dead skin fall off you, because everybody ain't amongst the living. And those that's a part of the same frequency, they ain't gonna have to be convinced. They ain't gonna have to be prodded. You know what I'm saying? They gonna just be the doer. And you see what I'm doing right now? On every level of life, they gonna be doing this right here. Because life is motion. I don't give a damn what's going on. You take care of yourself, and yourself will take care of you. It's your brother. I got some more to do. Get at me if you want to plug in. And hey, if the message ain't for you, let it miss you. Heap, seek, few, know. I gotta go. I'm out of here. Peace.